is when you become a man. And not in a dirty sense. I wouldn't make dirty jokes in front of people from Indiana. Except Ashley's grandma, Jackie. I hear Jackie loves a good dirty joke. And she gets along so well with my father. But in reality, Dave is not a full man. He can't change a light bulb. In Italy, he crashed his scooter he wasn't driving. In New Zealand, he had to hold Ashley's hand on a sightseeing flight because he was afraid of heights. In Iceland, he didn't have Ashley's hand, but he did have Ryan Goldberg's head. So, as this man, I was supposed to summarize Dave's life. In elementary school, Dave hung out a lot with Dwayne Coe, Tom Kim, and Matt Goldsmith. All I have to say is thank God we didn't get the internet 2 years later. The closest thing they had was Tom's drawings. In high school, Dave thought he would be the next David Robinson, but then he remembered he was Jewish. He got scoliosis and had to wear a back brace throughout high school. It wasn't until Dave had such characters as Kirk Wilson, Chris Giannotti, Chinese Gene, John Signified, and transformed himself into the partying degenerate we see sitting in front of us. So Dave with Ashley is the full man. Now, when Dave goes to change a light bulb, he takes out the light bulb from the packaging, hands it to Ashley to do the rest. By the time Dave finished college, the only person living in his old frat house was John Goldberg. I don't know exactly what went on in that house. I can only speculate that while John was looking at himself in the mirror, he lost track of time, and the next thing he knew, the pink shirt he was ironing caught fire, and the whole house had burned down. It wasn't a complete catastrophe, because any evidence of Dave's partying, Harris's wrestling, and John's beer time had gone up in flames. Another benefit of Dave's partying is it allowed him to meet Ashley. When Dave left college, Mom and Dad thought Dave would never get married. He had bought a house in Astoria with Jonathan Lujan, and they convinced their gay co-op board that they were in a gay relationship. All they had to do was act like themselves. So, I was around Dave early years, but I looked at pictures, it looked like Dave enjoyed prancing around in his underwear. Not that much different from his pictures from college. When Bob went to Harvard, Dave pretends to move in, and Jay is a great cook. Every Sunday, Dave would prepare food, and Dave and him would both watch football. Mom and Dad watched in horror, as now Dave will never get married. He met a man that could cook. Eventually, with daily nagging from my mother, David did propose to Ashley. One of the first things he told her was, "I'm doing this for myself. It's not just a ploy to keep my mother quiet." Well, now that we're here, Mom can sort all her worrying and nagging about getting married final story from her childhood.